Hello and welcome back again. My name is Emmanuel, and if you're new here, what I do is piano breakdown of gospel songs and gospel piano tutorials. And on this one, we have "Lead Me" by Apostle Emmanuel Iren, and the song is done in the key of F. It's a very cool song, and if you're yet to listen to the song, I'm going to drop the link in the description section for you to go listen or download the song from his official YouTube channel. So without delay, let us dive into the piano breakdown. Alright guys, so we have something like this in the intro. Alright, so that's the intro, so let's do a breakdown of that. Okay, so let's do a breakdown of the intro. The first chord you have on your left hand is this. It's more like an E dominant seventh, but you're omitting the fifth. Alright, like an open chord, excuse me. So you have your, remember we're on the key of F, so I will be spelling that out with solfa notes. So this is on our F, this is T, Mo, La. So that's what you're playing on your left hand. Then for the right hand, you have you're gonna, while you're playing this on your left hand, you will play this set of four chords first, which is a diminished chord. You have something like this. These are all diminished chords. So let me do a breakdown of that with solfa notes. You have your Fi, La, Do, Mo. Fi, La, Do, Mo, that's the first chord. Then you invert it, play the inversion. You play this. Mo, Fi, La, Do, that's the second one. Then the third one, you play this. Do, Mo, Fi, La. Then you go back to this. Fi, La, Do, Mo. While you are playing this chord. Right, so you have something like this. Alright, we get that. Alright, so let's move to the next one. The next set of chords, you have these. Alright, so on your left hand you have your Mi, Si, Re, your 3, then you go to your 6. La, Do, Mi, La. Then you move from your 3 to your 6 on your left hand. So while you're on while you're playing your 3 here, which is for your left hand, which is your Mi, Si, Ti, you play these chords on your right hand. For your right hand, the first chord is Fa, Si, Ti, Mi. Then the next, that's the first one. The next one is Fa, Si, Ti, Re. That's the next one. Then the third one is Fa, La. Then the next one is Z, Fa, Z. You're still on your 3 on your left while playing all of these chords on your right. Then this last one, your left and your right, they're going to both move to your 6th chord. So for your left, your 6th chord is La, Do, La. For your right, you're playing La, Do, which is the second version of La, Do, Mi. Alright, so I'm going to play everything together from the beginning to this part. So we have something like this. Alright, so that's the first part of the intro. Then the second part, you now have these. While your left hand is still on La, Do, Mi, La, your 6, you play this in your right hand. Now we continue the intro. Alright, so let's do a breakdown of that part. Remember, your left hand is still on your La Do Mi La. Then your right hand, you now play these chords. La ti la ti do ti la fa. Alright, so for this part now, for the La, yeah, it's more like a dyad or harmonic interval. So for the La, you're gonna add your Do, play it together. For the Ti, you're gonna add your Re. Then for the Do, you're gonna add your Mi. Okay, so that's it. So you do this la ti do ti la fa fa. So for the fa now, you're playing your 4 chord, which is your fa la do. All right. So let's play both hands together. You have this la ti do. You go to your 2 on your left hand. Ti la fa. Then the next part of the intro, while you're on your 4, you can just make this slow. From your La on your 4 now, from your La you just slow to your T. Right. Then you continue. The left hand then plays Fa. This is the next part of the intro. So La, which is your 4, 5, 6. Now for your left hand, the 4 is Fa La Do Fa. The 5 is So Ti Re So. Then the 6 is La Do Mi La. Right? So while you're playing that, your right hand then plays this. La ti do ti la. Repeat that. We've explained that earlier. So let's combine both. You have la ti do ti la. Alright, so that's what you have. Then you repeat it one more time. So let me play the intro from the beginning and till the end. Right? So let's go. You have something like this. La ti do ti la fa. 4 la ti do ti la. Alright, that's for the intro. Then we'll go to the body of the song. For the verse of the song, we have this. Lord has touched my eyes to see where to go and what to do. It touched my eyes to see. The Lord has touched my ears to hear His voice behind me. It touched my ears to hear. Alright, so that's what you have for the verse of the song. Because simple, just simple chords. So let's look at it. The first chord is your 6. Your right hand you're playing your La Do Mi. Your left hand you're also playing your La Do Mi. Then the next one is your 2. Your right hand you're playing Fa La Re, which is the first version of Re Fa La. Then your left hand you're playing Fa La Re. Then the next chord is Fa La Do, but you just instead of blocked chord, you're playing your broken chord on your right. You're playing Fa La Do, but your left hand you just play the 4. Then the next one is your 5. You can, for your right hand you're playing your So Ti Re. You can play it as broken chord too. Then your left hand you're also playing So Ti Re. Then you go to your 6 again, which is your La Do Mi, both on your right and left hand. Then you can do a passing chord from your 3 by playing this. Your right hand is playing a diminished chord. You have your Fa Si Ti Re. While your left hand you can just hold your Mi and your Re. Then you come back to your 6. La Do Mi, both right and left hand. So that's that for the verse. For the chord progression for the verse we just play, the chord progression is you're moving from your 6 to your 2 to your 4, 5, 6. So I'll repeat that. The progression is 6, 2, 4, 5, 6. Then you do a passing movement from your 3 back to your 6. Alright, so that's for the verse. So let's go to the chorus of the song. Lead me and I'll follow you. So let's do the chorus. We have this. Lead me, I will follow you. Lead me, and I will go. Alright, let's look at the breakdown of the chorus. So the first chord there, you have your left hand, fa la do fa. Right hand, you have your do mi la, which is your first version for your la do mi. That's the first chord. Then the second chord is your left hand, you have your si ti re so, which is your 5. Then your right hand, you are playing re so ti, which is the second inversion for so ti re. Then so this is the next chord. So on your left hand, you have your 6, which is your la do mi la do mi la. Then on your right hand, you are playing this la, first inversion for your 6, which is do mi la, first inversion for la do mi. Then you play first inversion for your 5, which is your ti re so. Your 5 is your so ti re. So you play the first inversion, which is your ti re so. Then you play this. Then you come back to your la do mi la, which is your root 6. Okay, while your left hand is still playing your la do mi la, then your right hand you resolve this la so mi, resolve it to your root, which is your la do mi. It's because of the voicing of the la so mi. That's why we have it like this, right? Okay, then you repeat that again. Okay, so this time while repeating that, the last part you now play la so la, just this la so la. I've explained this earlier. So that's that for the chorus. So let's look at the next part of the song. Alright, so there's this part in the song almost towards the end of the song. We have something like this. They continue so they continue the song. So let's do that part, then that will lead us to the last part in this breakdown section. Let's quickly do this part. You have the first chord here is your fa la do fa 4. Then for your left hand, then for your right hand you have la ti do ti. So the first one here is do fa la. After playing this, then you play this and do a walk up again, which is your do fa la. Second inversion for your fa la do ti, re so ti. Second inversion for your so ti re do, which is the first inversion for your do mi so. This is mi so do. Then ti, by the time you play this, your left hand will move to your ti, fa ti. That's what your left hand will be playing now, while your right hand is playing this diminished chord, which is re fa zi ti. Then the next chord is now re. Right hand you will now play re mi fa. Sorry, re mi fa. So you do that walk up on your right hand. Re mi fa. So by the time you get them, so the chords you play here is your you're playing your la ti re fa. Alright, it's like you're playing your 2 inverted 2, la, re, fa, then you add your T to it, right? So while your left hand is playing, that's for your right hand. While your left hand is playing fa, T, fa, then the next chord you now do this walk down. Mi, re, di. Okay, let me take that again. Left hand mi octave, right hand so do mi, second inversion for do mi so do mi. Next one, left hand re, right hand so la re, di. Okay, left hand D octave, right hand mi so do di. Then the next chord you now play re mi fa. Okay, on your right hand you play re mi fa. When you get to the fa, you play a complete chord, which is your fa la do fa, your 4. While your left hand you will play the 2. Then the next one la. Okay, which is your, you can play this. Your right hand is playing your do fa la, which is second inversion for your fa la do, while your left hand is just playing your fa. Okay, the next one is your re sauté on your right hand, which is your second inversion for sauté re. Your left hand is just playing your so. The next one is you're playing your 3 on your left hand, while your right hand is playing your sus 2, more like your sus 2. So you're playing your so do re so. You're just adding your lower so. Then you result to the last note is ah. Alright, so let's look at it again. You have this. Okay, then you go back to lead me. Alright guys, towards the end of the song there's this confession part. Let's look at what we have there. We have something like this. Take me by your hands, lead me in your will, by your still small voice, guide me in your will, correct all my mistakes, fix my delay. Now I am ready to follow you as you lead. Then you go back to lead me and I will go. Alright, so let's look at what we have there. For the first chord, you have your 6. Your right hand, you have your do mi la, which is the first version of la do mi. I've explained that before. The left hand, you have your la do mi la. Alright, the next chord, it's your left hand, you have your so re so so re so. Then your right hand, you have your re so do. Okay, so for this re so do, this is like your suspended second, but you're inverting it. But you do this walk up la ti do to get there. Then the next chord, by your still small voice. Okay, so for this by your still small voice, you have your 4 on your left hand, which is your fa la do fa. Then your left hand, you have your do mi la. By your still small voice. So the next chord is your 5. So ti re so on your left hand. Then your right hand, you have your ti re so. Then guide me in your will. So you play this la so la, which is your first inversion for your 6 and your 5 respectively. So the first one is do mi la, then you go to your ti re so, then you come back to do mi la. Then one that's for your right hand. One your left hand, you have your la do mi la 6. Then the next chord, correct my mistake. Correct all my mistakes. So for this one, your right hand you have your fa la do fa, fa la do fa. Then for your left hand you have your 2, re fa la re. Then you go to fix my delay. That's your la do mi la on both your right hand and your left hand. Then the next chord is now I am ready. So for this part, your left hand you have your T, just octave, while your right hand you have your Z, T, mi. Then the last one, to follow you as you lead. Okay, so for this part, your right hand you have your mi, Z, T. You just invert the previous chord we just played. Then for your left hand you have your mi and T. So that's that. Then go back to your 4, 5, and 6 progression. Lead me, and I will go. Alright, so that's that for that part. Alright, so that's all on the piano breakdown of Lead Me by Apostle Emmanuel Iren. Thank you for watching, thank you for liking, and thank you for subscribing. See you in my next video. Bye.